Welcome back. Stephen Harper has made Canada's North one of his campaign priorities, Arctic sovereignty in particular. He was in Iqaluit yesterday. Here's part of what he had to say.
The North's economic and strategic value has risen exponentially over the years. So too have threats to our northern sovereignty, security, and environment. So we are acting to invest in the health of the Arctic Ocean, to toughen regulations that prevent ships from polluting its waters, to provide direct assistance to the territories to help with adaptation to climate change, and to expand national parks and protected marine areas like the Nahanni Reserve and the Whale Sanctuary off Baffin Island.
To get a sense of how people who live in the North are viewing this election campaign, we're joined now by Mary Simon in Ottawa. She's president of Inuit, Tapiriit, Kanatami. Now, Mary, when the election began, your organization posed 12 questions, and you sent them to all the 5 parties. Can you give us a couple of examples of the type of questions you were asking?
Yes, I can. One of the questions that we posed was that a post-June 11th apology to Aboriginal peoples, where we'd like to see what the governments or the political parties are prepared to do in terms of closing the gap on the socio-economic conditions that Inuit and other Aboriginal peoples face in Canada, because we feel that the apology is a point in time where we have all agreed that we are renewing our relationship with other Canadians, and the Government of Canada is renewing its relationship with Inuit and other Aboriginal peoples, and it's an opportune time to put some tangible results into this apology. And the other one is in terms of Arctic sovereignty, Arctic policy, is that we are not against anything that the government is doing. In fact, we support all the initiatives because the Arctic does need investment and attention, but we'd like to make sure that the people that live in the region are not left behind, and that we build sustainable communities and healthy communities so that Canada continue to assert its sovereignty through presence in the Arctic, because we live in the Arctic and we have for thousands of years.
Now, you contacted all the parties. What kind of a response have you received from them so far?
Well, we've received responses from the Liberal Party and as well as the New Democratic Party. We have not heard from the other parties yet.
Okay. And are you happy with the kind of responses that you're getting?
Yes, those responses give us an idea of the thinking behind some of these issues related to the Arctic. And the objective of doing these questions is to generate interest in Canada as well. I'm doing a cross-Canada tour starting in Vancouver tomorrow, and we want Canadians to talk to their candidates, to the people that are running in their constituency, and to talk to them about Arctic issues so that the Arctic becomes part and parcel of Canada's agenda. It should not be treated as a boutique issue. It should be on the minds of Canadians because it matters to all of us, not just to people that live in the Arctic.
I'm really interested in that because I wonder how you're going to reach people on that message. There's so many issues, of course, all across Canada, and the vast bulk of the population it's southern from where you live and where your people live. And I wonder how are you going to try and reach people with that message about how important the Arctic is?
Well, I've been doing this cross-Canada tour for a year now, and I am reaching a number of Canadians who are very interested in what's happening to the Arctic, and I think we just continue doing that. It's not just about the election period, but it's about the ongoing process in Canada where Canadians need to know more about what's happening in the Arctic. It's not just about development, it's not just about militarization, it's about the people that live there that have to have better education services, more opportunities available to them, because we have a very young population and we need the support of Canadians and the investment of Canadians to make the Arctic a viable place for our people to live in, because we need jobs now. It's not like 50, 60 years ago, where we lived off the land most of the time. Now our younger generation is becoming more academically educated. We depend on a cash economy and a cash income like everybody else, and those opportunities must be created for our people.
Now, of course, we've been reporting all morning about Stephen Harper being in Iqaluit yesterday, the first trip on a campaign stop in many, many years. What was your reaction to what he had to say there yesterday?
Well, any time that a leader talks about investing in the North, it's good news. What we try and do is make sure that those announcements relate to the people, and it's not just the mega projects that will derive all the benefits. We want these projects to benefit the people at the local level. So the challenge is to figure out ways that not only businesses can partner with big project business developers, but the people will be educated and available to take on the jobs that are there for the people, as well as our own businesses in the North that will partner and develop so that they can benefit the communities. And I think that's the challenge of making sure that these announcements aren't not just for the big guys, but it's also for the people at the grassroots level.
All right, Mary Simon, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Your national weather forecast is next on CBC News Morning, right after this.